Hello everybody, it's Miss Burley TTC. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do day one of my Carnival Vista daily vlog. So let's get started with my introduction. Okay, welcome back. So as you can hear, my voice still sounds kind of like trash. It was sounding much better today, but all of a sudden I just got like decongested again. So I'm recovering from a cold. I got a little sick when I was on the ship, and I don't know, like everybody asked me how my cruise went, and I said I keep saying it was okay, and everybody's like, you should have sounded more excited than that. And I'm like, yeah, but you know, I got sick during the cruise, and I have more thoughts as we go along through this vlog series. It's going to be about 6 videos, because I'm going to go through each activity that I did throughout the day. I think that's going to be easier than me trying to break down like doing the ship by itself and then the excursions and stuff like that, just because it looks like y'all seem to like to have one video talking about everything, probably broken down by each day. So we're going to try it that style. Anyways, let's get started here. So we're looking at a bathroom, and why would I start this as the first picture of my cruise review? Well, first of all, people fail to utilize this precious sacred area. I've seen numerous people walk in this place and not utilize a fundamental area. And I'm just going to stop the video right here. As you can see, it's a nice little bathroom area. You have your hand washing area right here, and you have the dryers and paper towels. So there's no reason for people not to be washing their hands when they leave the bathroom. This is essential on a cruise of over 4,000 people. People need to be washing their hands. So that's why I'm emphasizing this, because it could be a reason why I got sick. The lady I went on a cruise with, she had a cold when she came on the ship, and I think that's majority why I got sick, because I could feel it happening. But I don't know, Shara said she had a cold too when she got off the ship as well. So it could just be because, like I said, it's just a large amount of people in one space. And so I think after this entire cruise, I can say I enjoy a smaller ship. I appreciate it now more than I ever did. I didn't get to do all the activities on this cruise, but like I said, we'll get to what I did do. I did actually have a lot of fun. So anyways, that's the bathroom. Next part's coming up. Probably another shot of the bathroom. Yeah, I just did it out thing. There's just no reason why people aren't washing their hands. It drives me nuts. Okay, let's skip on down the road. All right, casino. So the casino area, I went to play my adult video games about 3 or 4 times during the cruise. Actually, I think I only went 2 or 3. Just because after the first night, it got so ridiculously like smoky in that area. It was like, it was just too much. And it was just such like a cloud, because this casino's kind of stuck in the middle of the ship. In between, like, the ship kind of is so big. The ship is like almost like the freaking Titanic. There's 2 midships, and it seems like there's one midship, but they have 2 like funnel things, and I'll show you what those look like as we go along. But it's such a big ship, and so this is like stuck in the center, and it's like it's so smoky. And there's supposed to be an area just for like smokers, where they're supposed to particularly linger, but nobody enforces those rules. So I don't see why they even have them. But it got to the point where it's like I couldn't even go in there and like try to win anything, because I was so miserable, because it was just so smoky and it stunk so bad. But this is a very popular spot during the cruise. A lot of people were in here winning a lot of money. They had a lot of machines where you can make some big bucks on. So like I think she won like $100 and I won $50. And then of course I lost it all as I just kept lollygagging and, gambling away. But it was all in fun because I only spent $20 and I still had a good amount of time of fun there. So let's keep going. Okay, and so this is the sports bar. We didn't go in here at all. They have a lot of places you can visit in the ship, but that's the thing. It's just so much to give different people options, but we didn't get to utilize it at all because I don't think she really wanted to go to the sky, like the sports bar. And there's so many other things that we could do that this really didn't become an option, but it's a place where the guys can go hang out, or even the girls, whatever. If you want to watch, you like a sports fan, come here so you can watch the game. There's like a little table off to the side. I don't know if I got a picture of that. Or you can play cards or something. No, I didn't. Next part is the Limelight Lounge. I never even made it in this one. This is all the pictures you see today are when we first got on the ship. To give you something to do, you can get right on the ship and walk around and take pictures of the ship. That's what I usually do because you can't go to your room. So that's like the little club area. They were having a wedding, getting set up for a wedding that day. There were several weddings on this cruise. This next part right here is the elevator area. This is towards the aft. They had 3 areas just like this throughout the ship. And now the elevator system was a little confusing and kind of annoying. The way they arranged some of the elevators to go, some of them go from floors 0 to 12. Others go from 0 to 15, and then other ones only go from 3 to 12. So you can press, like if I press this button right here, I have to, if I want, it only works for these elevators right here, right beside it. If I want the elevators on the other side to work, I have to go press another button. And so that gets kind of annoying when you're trying to catch an elevator and there's so many people. They really should have designed that a little bit better. I read online that someone said you had to select the elevator, go press the floor you wanted to go to, and it gave you a letter to get on the certain elevator you wanted to get on. I didn't see any of that, and that probably would have been more confusing. So hopefully they'll work out those kinks, because a lot of times, like, you're waiting for an elevator for a good 2 minutes, and when you're really trying to get somewhere, that can add up. Or if you just really want to get where you're going, it's just, you just feel like you might as well just walk there. So you should pick a good floor you want to get your room on, so that we were on floor 11. And again, it was convenient for the spa because we had a spa pass, but for everything else, it wasn't really convenient. So you want to probably pick something midship, and that's close to all the activities where you don't have to rely on the elevator so much, because it gets annoying waiting for it. And there's a lot of people who rode it all the way down just to ride it back up, because when they were trying to ride it up, the elevator was always full. So that's something to keep in mind if you're handicapped. They have a lot of scooters available for use on the ship, and they're Carnival standard, because everybody had the same scooter, and that was kind of cool, but they were also in the way a lot. So if you need a scooter, contact Carnival ahead of time. They could probably have one arranged for you. And I hear my voice going out some more. All right, keep going. So this is the Havana bar area, and I'll pause it so you can see it. This is where people who have the Havana cabins, they can come and take a look at the if you have the Havana cabin, you come down here and just relax. You can get drinks. I think they have food items available. I didn't really even get to go in here after the first day. Again, the ship was so big, there were so many things to do. I didn't even make it down here, but one of these days I want to get a Havana cabin just to have the experience. But anyways, this area is available to everyone 24/7. However, there's a pool area behind this area that you cannot access during the daytime, only at night if you're not a Havana cabin resident. And so they play they have a band here at night that plays salsa music, and you can do dancing right here. It's kind of cool. And I took more pictures around it. That's kind of blurry, but that's just the scenery. It had little chairs you could take pictures on. And then there's me just enjoying myself on the deck. This was, where is this? So this is like a open deck. I think this is deck 5 when we're just walking around. So a cool feature about this ship, and I'll get into this some more towards the end of the video where I do my live stream, so you can see how I have little things I can show you about the cruise while I was on it. But anyways, you can walk through the whole ship for each floor, I believe. I think there was maybe there was only one floor you had to go up one floor or down one floor to walk across. But for the majority of the ship, if you just walk to the outside, the promenades, you can walk, like you have to see these little barriers right here. You just walk around in between them, like weave in between them. And I think that keeps the wind from hitting you so much. But it allowed for some nice quiet getaways from all those people at times, and to just enjoy the ship or just enjoy the weather or anything like that. So that's something to consider if you're going to get on this ship. Take advantage of those the open deck space where there's lots of beach chairs besides just on Lido. And this is where we get to the food. So on the first day, we happened to catch Guy's Pig and Anchor restaurant. It was open. And a good thing to note about this restaurant is only open on sea days from 12 to 2:30. So only for 2 hours. And a lot of people, from what I read online, had a hard time, even like every time they go to it was closed because it's only open on sea days. We had 2 sea days, and of course the day we got on the ship. So we got on the ship and we saw it right there. So it was like, let's go ahead and try it, because we didn't make our way down there the rest of the time because there were so many things to do. And I'm going to keep saying that because I just want you to emphasize how big this ship is, and there's just so many activities for you to do. Like, you're not going to do everything. If you want to explore the whole ship, I think you should book a week and probably go by yourself. This will be a great solo cruise to keep yourself busy. But we kind of talk about how the food tasted there. I would say I made some notes for this. Let's see. What did I say? Oh yeah, so for this Guy's restaurant, what I did, the food by itself, like each piece by itself, didn't really taste as flavorful. It wasn't like incredible. And I'm from the South, so my mac and cheese and collard greens is always going to be 10 compared to wherever I go. And it's not even like super fatty or anything. It's just good because we know how to, hook our stuff up. But the potato salad, I would say, was decent. Like, that was pretty good. And everything else looked quality-wise, it was good. But what I did is I took this little bun here and put the mac and cheese in it with the chicken. That was delicious. And then you add a little collard greens to that. That brought all the flavors together. And it was a weird sandwich, but that was good. And it was probably because the bread was just good. It was like a brioche bun or something. Very tasty. But like, I had some I think maybe not jerk chicken, but some like roasted chicken. And then they had pork over there. But you'll hear our comments in a little bit. I'm just going to let you listen to that. Guys, Pig and Anchor place. Let's see. They say the collard greens taste bland, but mac and cheese must be good because everybody's eating. Mac and cheese, and the brisket's good, but I'm sticking away from red meat for a while. Mac and cheese is kind of bland. So let's give this a try.
It ain't southern, but it's.
Well, you heard her. It ain't southern. Moving on. Okay, so this was the Thrill Theater, also the IMAX Theater. That was the waiting area. This part I just took was the Thrill Theater. The IMAX Theater had like a private event going on, so you couldn't go in there. They had a lot of private events going on, but I wanted to experience this while I was on the ship, and I didn't get to. I think it would be fun to watch with like a kid movie that's going to have a lot of animation, like water coming at you, because you're going to experience all that. But I think people went here to IMAX to see Justice League because it came out while I was on the cruise. But I think tickets were like $7 to $9. If you're a senior citizen, you're gonna get a good deal. So I didn't participate. I took advantage of the free movies on the deck. But this you have to pay for. All right, so we saw a clip of it. Okay, this was the last thing we did before we actually went to our cabin for our onboarding day. So we had already been on the ship for a while because this was, I'll get to that later, it was the quickest check-in time I've ever experienced. So here we have the Cloud9 Spa, and then they do their tours the first day. They go over all the different, they take you from each section to meet with different specialists. And they tell you what they're offering, what their special is. And they did have a lot of good specials on the first day, I would say. So you're likely to get the best deal if you book it on the first day or even the last day of the cruise. But the port days, they've changed the way they do their specials because they weren't as good as they used to be for the port days. Probably if you pre-book it, but not if you book it while you're on the ship. But some of the specials they had for spa, the best one to get on the first days if you like to do the body contouring treatments, you can get 2 treatments for only $129 versus $159 for one. So that's something to consider, and you want to start those at the beginning of your cruise so that you can maximize your treatment times and possibly even get an additional one for a real good deal. Same thing with acupuncture. If you want to do that, the best thing to do is start at the beginning of your cruise so you can do that multiple times throughout. So we saw the massage they had for that day was a bamboo massage for $169. Not really a good deal. Aroma stone massage for $159. Again, not really a good deal because you want a variety of stuff, and it gets better as we go along. So, and we'll get to there later. But these are only available for you to book and receive the same day. So you have to book them on embarkation day and also receive the service on embarkation day. So those are some of the specials they had going on. And I don't know, maybe let's see if I got, because we still did some of the spa. So these were the stuff we had to pay for. Now this, for having a spa cabin, this was included in our fee. Let me tell you, and this isn't the only clip I have of this because I have we spent a lot of time in this place here. Every night, most of the nights we went to this place about maybe 10, 15 minutes. We'll start in the pool, and then you go to the sauna, the steam room with the aromas, and the scented waters. And then you go to the heated back room where you can rest your back against a spine heater. And then there's and you usually can stop and then come out and lay on one of these beds, and they're heated, so you get a nice warmed back. Oh, they're so nice to sit on. God, you guys have to check this out. If you don't get a spa cabin, I would recommend going ahead and trying that spa pass out. Even if you do it for I think you have to book it for the whole cruise, but it was $129. Or you can get a couples pass for $229. So if you want to book with someone else, do the couples pass because it's $229, and you could save some money. But I think it's totally worth it to do this, have this experience, and I have more video footage of different things I tried with it and different pictures. But it was so nice, and they do have the pool on the Vista. It's it's still called the thalassotherapy pool, even though online it's not called the thalassotherapy. It's a saltwater pool, and when you sit down in it, it forces you to kind of lay back because it's you're leaned back all the way in the pool, and it's really short. It's not a very deep pool. It's very shallow. So you have to have a pass to get in this room, and when you go to the check-in area of the spa, they'll give you a white card for your pass, and if you have a spa cabin, you need to have a white band, and I'll show you what that looks like as well. Okay, so these are called the thermal suites, this whole thing, and then this is the thalassotherapy pool. I think I have one more picture from a different angle. Yeah, oh, that was a nice pool to sit in, y'all, and sitting right over here looking at the whole ocean. Oh, that was so nice. Such a nice experience. They really designed this area well. Okay, so here is the room, and nothing spectacular about it. It was your typical interior room. I forgot the exact letters and number combination for the category that our room was, but I thought it was smaller than unusual stateroom, and I didn't get many pictures, especially on the first day, because I couldn't figure out how to turn the light on, and we'll get to that in a moment. But yeah, I found that, especially compared to the Carnival Pride, which is a much smaller ship, my interior room was so much bigger than this one. Well, I had a king bed, but the closets, first of all, I had less closet space, and I had other friends who stayed in other cabins of interior cabins and told me that too. They also noticed they had less cabin space, and so we had one closet for hanging your clothes on, and then one cabinet closet that included your safe, 3 chest drawers, and 2 shelves. So it wasn't really a lot of space to put stuff. I would not recommend this cabin for 2 individual people. I think if you're married or you share a lot of the same things like siblings, then you could possibly get away with sharing this cabin. But other than that, I don't recommend it, because you really can't hang a lot of your stuff up. I mean, and then you still need room for you get robes that come with the cabin, and you get slippers. You can see the slippers right over here. And people will wear that to and from the spa all the time. That's very common to see. But you need to have your own. You don't have enough space for that. What we did is we stored our luggage. We took all our clothes out, the majority of them, and we split the shelving area, and then I hung up a lot of my dresses, and I kind of planned my outfit. I have a cruise packing list, so I just kind of unpacked my clothes as I was going to wear them and just leveled them out that way. And I just put my extra bags under the bed because there literally wasn't that much room in there. And on one side you have the vanity area, and on the other side you have the refrigerator area. And I think, yeah, so this is where my bed was, near the refrigerator area. And then I had pre-ordered our water. They just give you, if you order 2 12 packs, they just give you a 24 pack. And so I was able to put my stuff up here. But then you get these 3 cabinets for shoes or hair and your beach towels. And because we're in the spa cabin, we got the Serenity towels. And then there's the water. So this is actual, it's not a refrigerator. I want people to know it's a cooler. So it just keeps your stuff cool. So it took a while for the stuff to actually get chilled. But it was so what it was cold to drink. But when you touched it, it was just slightly chilled. It wasn't a lot of condensation or moisture buildup. So it kept your stuff cool, because when we went in there it was kind of warm. But it took probably a day, and then it was everything was pretty cooled. But that's how big the refrigerator is. Really enough, you can stack your can sodas up here, and then your bottled water back there. And that's all we used it for. And we didn't even drink all that stuff. I think I left 3 bottles of water and 3 cans of drink back there for whoever wants it, whether it's the cleaning lady or the next people who come along. And so then I'm gonna do a room. I think I did. Oh, so I took a picture of this to show you how to turn your lights on. So when you're kind of anxious to get into your room on the first day, and you've been waiting for 2.5 hours to get in your room, you kind of don't wait for, you don't read the little instruction packet that your keys come in. It's a little folder that tells you how to turn your lights on. I realized that after I asked someone to help me figure out how to turn my lights on. And then I found the envelope that I had ripped in half to just get our keys out of. Because we were just ready to be in our rooms by that point. Just roaming around the ship for 2.5 hours after you just get on and it's been a long day. So anyways, you have to, when you want to turn your lights on, you have to put your key in there. It can be turned this way or the other way. And you have to leave it in there and hit that button below. When you do that, all the lights in the cabin will turn on. The only lights that it doesn't control is the bathroom light, and that's it. But other than that, all your other lights will not come on in the cabin if you do not have that key in there. Now, if you wanted to run into your cabin real quick to grab something, you can just press your light key in there, turn the lights on, grab it real quick, and then the lights will come off after maybe a minute or two. But that's their way to conserve power. But let me tell y'all, I was walking around like I was crazy. I was like, how do I turn these freaking lights on? I don't remember that feature. This has to be a new feature. I don't remember this on any other Carnival ships. Y'all let me know. But I did a quick review of the bathroom because I couldn't get the lights on for the other cabin. So we can watch that real quick. Alright, quick bathroom tour of Cloud9 Spa. The shower looks about the same size. And there's a toilet, of course. And looks kind of just like a regular bathroom. Just shaped a little different, and you get your elements, of course, ingredients. Hand lotion, cleanser, shower gel, shampoo, and some towels. Our lights aren't working in our room, so it's pitch, like it's dark in here, you can't really tell. So it's kind of annoying to figure out what's going on with that. And then there's the shampoo and shower gel you get the cruise, but you like to bring your own. Yeah, the showers, I mean, normal size. One fits all. Okay. So, and then this is the little dance. They do like deck parties at the end, so you can have like a little dance. Go to the deck parties, but you can see how the ship. Hold on, go back. I mean, normal size. One fits all. Okay. See how the ship is kind of built? Like, this is the first deck. There's the second deck. There's the third deck, and so it's enough space for people to wrap around, and you can have a lot of big parties out here. And that's kind of like, it's like a party ship to me, it seems like. But anyways. Okay, let's get to my live review. Not a live review, just me talking. You can actually see how I look like now. So let me stop this. I'll be right back. Hey, y'all. Okay. So I think I sound better than I did on the other video. But I found a live clip of a vlog I did actually do on the cruise. So I'm going to add that in right before this video. So that's what you just finished watching. And it was probably a little redundant of some of the stuff I just said. Maybe I'll put it towards the end. I'll think about it. Who knows? But don't be alarmed when you see this. Anyways, I just wanted to show you all the stuff that I actually got and make some recommendations for the first day. And I totally forgot to do my pre-boarding experience and how great that was. The hotel that I chose and why I chose it. So we flew in, and I'll just add it all in for my day one vlog. So we flew into Miami, and we decided that instead, rather than connecting with like a shuttle or trying to get transportation from Fort Lauderdale's airport, we were just going to take American Airlines or an airlines directly to it. And then after doing the math of calculating our bags and with our total fees, we realized it would be a better, like, we just pay $90 more if we do first class versus coach for American Airlines. So we never flew first class. We're like, let's go ahead and just try this arrangement since it kind of worked out in our favor. And the tickets were never that low again for that trip. So we actually made a really good deal and bought the tickets back in June for our trip. So we didn't foresee the hurricane coming and raising the prices and all that. So it actually worked out in our favor. That was actually a really good thing. And I'll enter some pictures now. And you can see just it had touchscreen TV. We like all the perks. That was just such a great experience. And we flew right into Miami. We went the night before, so we wouldn't have to worry about rushing to the port the day of. And we just had a really good time. And when we got to the airport, we caught the shuttle from the hotel, which was free, to the Hyatt. We actually did the Hyatt Place, I believe, East. There are 2 Hyatts, so make sure you choose Hyatt Place East and not West. And they pick you up from the airport for free. Just it has to be before 11 p.m. You have to get there before 11 p.m. And then you can pay for a $12 shuttle to take you from the hotel to the actual port of Miami the day of. And it drops you off right in front of Carnival's port. And it does for other cruises as well. It just makes its route along the pier. So that was actually a good deal. We paid $12 and it got us right in front of the pier. And check-in process was so easy from that moment on. We literally went through the line because our check-in window was between 11:30 and 12, and they put us right through the line. You get a number when you go in line. I think our number was 16. We went to go get our passports reviewed with our boarding passes. The guy had an extra number there, 15, and he swapped it for ours. And then we went through check-in. I think security is the easiest as far as getting one in Miami. You just put your bags through there. I mean, if you have cans or anything, they don't check it. They just make sure, I guess, everything's together and you're walking onto the waiting area of the ship. And then you're literally just waiting in that area. If you already checked in ahead of time, you don't even have to go to the counter. You just wait until your boarding number is called. So simple, so easy. But anyways, the lady I went with, we needed to go ahead and get her boarding, I think, count set up because she didn't want to do cash. She wanted to do card to have the hold on it, and then she was just going to pay the rest off in cash because you can do that, make those kind of arrangements. So that worked out. And when we talked to the guy, he ended up working out for us so that they were close to calling our number. So he just worked it out so we can just actually walk right up there and give them our number, and they allowed us to go ahead and get on the ship. So shout out to Joshua A. at Carnival Port of Miami. He did a fabulous job, and I'll make sure Carnival knows that. Yeah, because he didn't have to. He could have just went on about his business, but he went out his way to make sure that we were getting taken care of, and it helped so much. So we were on the ship by 12 o'clock. This was incredible. That's the earliest I have ever been on a ship for Carnival. And I didn't have to do anything. So we had our bags with us. We just went and started touring the ship. The ladies we were with ended up being in the same area as us, so we all just kind of hung out. We went on the cruise together by ourselves, and they were going on the cruise as well. So we booked it at the same time, but we all weren't on the cruise. We didn't just come on the cruise as one big group. The 2 of us came on together, me and my cabin mate, and we were going to have our own cruise. So we met up throughout the cruise, but we didn't do everything together. So anyways, back to our day 1 experience. So I'll put the pictures for the hotel we went to and the link. So in case you're looking for a hotel in Miami, there's no bells and whistles with this hotel, but it has basic things like connections, hookup connections, outlets for you to charge your phone, free breakfast. Not incredible to me, but there's free stuff there, and it's decent enough for one night. Anyways, let's see what some trinkets I have. So when you first get on the ship, after you've walked around, when they finally let you in your room, you can grab one of these when you first get on. This is like a ship map. This is going to tell you about the different levels and deck features. So you want to grab one of these when you first get on, and you can kind of see how big it is. Just scan it by there. And you can take advantage of all those areas. So the dots in red on that, when you first get in, it tells you where you can kind of go to get food, hang out, so that you don't get lost. So those, you can kind of grab one, I think, when you first walk on the ship, if you walk in by guest services. Okay. One of the things I think you should do on the first day, I would think you should go to a casino and grab one of these. They're free, and they're lanyards. You can just wear them around your neck. And I've demonstrated them before in other videos, but again, it's not rocket science. You just put it around here like this, and you just keep your card on this part here, like wrapped around the little metal part. But when you're in the casino, this is a real big deal here, easy thing, so you don't just leave your card in the machine. You just snap it like this, and this part comes back, so that way you can still keep playing in the machine, and you don't leave your money hanging around. So that's a cool thing. It's probably stuck in my hair now. All right. Next thing, if you're a gold member or anything, when you get in your room, they're going to give you a letter, and then they'll give you like your pen or something. So I already have a pen from this year, but I'll just add it to my scrapbook. It's just something to add in. It's nothing special, but if you go on Carnival's Journeys, they'll give you a pen for different activities they feature throughout the cruise. Okay. For the spa, I talked about it earlier. You need one of these when you're in the cabin. When you go to the spa for the first time, they give you one of these bands, and you have to wear it all the time if you want to have access to the spa suite, the VIP area, because you can't get in there without it. They'll give you a temporary one, but they'll kind of give you a little attitude about it. Whatever. Okay. And these come in the room. You don't get refills of these. I showed you on the video, but it's just like shower gel, conditioner, hand and body lotion, and what's this other stuff? Shampoo. It smells like minty to me. So I'll keep them as like travel little things I can take with me, but I mean, I would have preferred some face wash because I love their face wash stuff. Okay, so I just went to like a sneezing fit there. I had to pause the video. I'm getting better each day at a time. So then the next thing I want to show you, and I left it on my bed. I don't feel like getting it. Oh well. So for having a spa cabin, you get one of these free. When you first walk in the spa, there's an area where it has a bunch of like salts and different aroma, like orange peels. I think they have like wood grains, some other stuff, mint or anything, like laying in like little tubs. And you can make your own like body scrub. So this one I have here, it's like a chocolate mint. Sea salt scrub. And that's what it kind of looks like. I don't know if you can focus. It's better. But you can get, well, you get one of these free with your cabin, or they're $9. I think that's such a cool thing. You can make your own for $9. So I didn't get to take advantage of that, but I got one for free, and it comes with like a little, kind of like a something you get at Dollar Tree, kind of like a sponge thing you can just scrub your hands with. It's kind of nice. I should go and grab it. Hold on, let me just grab it. All right. It smells like, it has like a certain spa smell, but this is that little sponge here, and so you just put the little scrub on your palm, and you just do that. Dry scrub here, and you just rinse it. But it was free. I would totally pay $9 for it. It had a whole bunch of combinations, so go to the spa and check that out. I think it's a good little token to take back. We definitely got a lot of free stuff on this cruise. So the more I'm thinking about it, the more happier I'm getting about it, and I think I might just try to smash out 3 videos tonight. I won't upload them tonight, but I'm going to try to go ahead and record them, just so I can get this on the show on the road. All right, let me see if there's anything else I want to show you from the first day that I didn't already post a video about, because this is going to be like kind of a daily vlog / review series, just 6 videos, because I'm going to put the vlogs I talked about, the things I talked about while on the ship, put those videos up there, and then I'm just going to add some stuff to it. This first video is kind of redundant just because I'm all over the place. But let's see. Just seeing of our review the agenda for the day and see if I did anything that I want to remind you to do. Just a sail away party. I think that's very fun. It's a lot of dancing, and you get to like get a vibe for your cruise director and see how energetic they are and like how good the cruise is going to be, because the cruise director really makes the cruise. And our cruise director, Benjamin Lambert, was on fire. So definitely a good big shout out to him. He was great. I would definitely recommend him for all future cruises. And I think he went to the Victory after this, I believe. Don't quote me on that. Okay, and then so what else about tonight? In my red notebook, where I record all the stuff, I think I did make a note about dinner. So I didn't take a bunch of pictures of food this time just because I've already done a food review for Carnival, and I'll link that below where you can check that out. I had the tiramisu, and that was actually good. It's always good every time I get it with Carnival. Dinner otherwise was unremarkable. I didn't really like the main dining room for this cruise. I didn't get seated dining with like assigned time. I got a your time, anytime dining, and I don't like it. I like seated dining just because you get the same wait staff, and they select you to sit with certain people based on what you have in common. And then even if you have differences. So I think like the last cruise I was single, so I would sit up with a lot of people who were single, whether it's through divorce or widow. And I had a really good time because we had like a common ground. So this cruise, in spite of it being so many people, the lady was telling me that a lot of people didn't want to sit with other people. They wanted to just do 2 people to a table. And I thought that was kind of odd. So we met 2 ladies that were fun, and we hung out with them in Grand Cayman, and for dinner and a movie a couple of nights. And so that was really nice. They were from Canada, so we had a really good time with them. But otherwise, people didn't really like sitting with each other, and I wasn't really feeling the main dining room. So we tried other places of the ship and had a better time. Yeah, so the food to me was kind of ugh. But that's just my opinion. Also, I already talked enough about the spa cabin, how it's small. Let's see. That is all. Okay. So, are there any? Well, we have 5 more videos to go. But if there's anything in particular that you guys want to hear about while I'm making this review series, go ahead and comment below, or let me know if there's if you're getting ready to get on the ship, there's something you want to make sure that it has. Be sure to ask so I can answer that in either a question, comment, or in my next video. So I'm going to go ahead and start my next video now, just because this is just day 1, just getting on the ship. Ciao. Also, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You know you want to subscribe. Let's go ahead and just, cut to the chase. Go ahead and subscribe. That way you can keep up to date with all my videos, and you can be informed and be a great solo cruiser in the future. Go ahead, subscribe. All right, bye, y'all. Hello, how y'all doing? It's Miss Burley TTC, and I am doing day 1 of my Carnival Vista cruise vlog. So it was a great day. We got on the ship about the fastest I've ever boarded a ship ever. It was so easy, and we got in with our check-in time, and we just kept getting passed up the numbers. And so we were on the ship no later than like 12, and that was nice. A little minus with that, I'll get to my plus and minuses. So maybe I won't do an entire review of the day, just because I don't have that much memory on my phone to hold me over for the entire cruise. But overall, I did have a good day of Carnival. I'm just going to give you a baseline for what kind of arrangements we have for this cruise. We flew in on American Airlines. Again, we were able to get great deals for first class tickets, which weren't super expensive compared to the other options. And I may never fly coach again if I have to fly, because it was just great. And we got the spa cabins, and my first impressions, I think it's totally worth it as far as for the amenities. And not even just the stuff that comes in your room. That's not really a big deal. It's not that big of a bottle, and it just looks, I don't know, it's not that big of a deal. But I really, really, really like the therapy room, the VIP therapy room, where it has the stone beds. They're not stone, but they're like, it's kind of similar to getting the aroma stone therapy, but they're like heated beds basically that you sit on. So the room is not hot itself, and then it has like a saltwater mineral pool that you can sit in, like a jacuzzi, and that feels really good. I went and tested it out tonight. And they also have several like heated rooms. One's kind of like a steam room, but it's not really. So it's like a hot, like a misty sauna, and it has, I guess there's like, it's ionized the room or something like that. It's not, definitely not just a steam room, because you go in the pool first, then you go in that room, then there's a shower next to it, and then the next room over is a steam room. The room next to that is a sauna. The next room of that is like there's two rooms. There's one where you sit in like a wooden room, and it kind of like heats your spine. And the room across the way from that is super hot. Like I couldn't even stay in that room. It was just way too hot. And so I'll do like an extensive review about that later. And then you come out, like, I like it. It's, if you didn't get a spa cabin, you can purchase that package for, they limit it to 50 people, which I wish they would probably just limit the times that the people can use it, so that it's never unavailable to the people who have spa cabins. But I can't really make an assessment of that until I finish my cruise. So I will make more commentary about that availability and being able to get to the treatment rooms when I want to. So anyways, it does include 2 free fitness classes for yoga or Pilates for spa cabins, but that's total for the whole room, not per person. That's kind of a bummer. First impressions about the cabin itself, I had a little blip where I had to figure out how to turn the lights on, but after that, it was better. Our refrigerator, it's not really a refrigerator, but it's not cooling like it did on the Pride. So the drinks are not like cool. So I don't even know what's the point of having it if it, like, you'd have to already have something that's cold for it to keep cold, because other than that, it's just like, I don't see the point of it. And then the interior cabin is definitely not enough room for 2 individual people to share when they're cruising. There's just not enough space here, period. I think it would be better for someone who's married, because they can share a lot of the same things and just space out their clothes. But 2 individual people who would be bringing most of their own items, it's just not enough room. And this is just clothes. But again, I'll do a whole nother video on my day-to-day experience with my first impressions. So I've been writing notes, and I'm keeping my little red notebook here just to journal everything that I go over. But just want to shout you out from the cruise line, and I think we're gonna have a good time. I won $50 in the casino today. Great way to start it off. So I had to spend, let's see, like I would spend increments of 10, because you have to add 10 over. I'll talk about that some more just because I don't have enough memory. And I want to cap this at 5 minutes. Where are we at now? Oh, just about 5:21. All right, so that's all for right now. Just took my shower, so I'm relaxing. I am in my pajamas. But I will talk to you all later. Bye.